From not wanting to be typecast to a fear of no longer being relevant. Here's why Sam Heughan wants to be in Bollywood. Known for his widely recognized role as Jamie Fraser in the hit TV series Outlander, Sam now has his eye on a whole new adventure in Bollywood, because the last thing he wants is to be typecast. His portrayal of Jamie, a Scottish warrior who'll do anything to protect his beloved Sasanash, captured the hearts of viewers around the world and gave his career a massive boost. From there, Sam was on a train straight to fame. He brought Jamie to life like no one else could, earning critical acclaim and a dedicated fan base in the process. But even though Outlander's been a huge success, Sam's never limited himself to it. And if you follow Outlander as religiously as I do, then you probably get really excited when you see the cast members in other shows or movies. And Sam's never shied away from playing characters other than Jamie. He doesn't only want to be remembered for playing Jamie, and wants a variety of characters in his portfolio that showcase his range as an actor. And speaking of taking on new roles, did you know that Sam played Rob Burns in the rom-com Love Again? His co-star is the super talented Priyanka Chopra Jonas, and even though he plays a very different role than Jamie, he plays Rob just as well. Rob's a journalist, and after a difficult breakup, he finds himself struggling to focus on his work. But after he falls in love with Priyanka's Mira Ray, he suddenly feels hopeful and optimistic. It's safe to say that Sam and Pri really enjoyed working together, and during an interview, he said that he's admired Pri for a long time. Sam admitted that he was nervous about working with her at first, but soon realized that they were the right fit, saying, "We have the same ethos and humor as well." In the same interview, Sam said he'd not only love to work with Priyanka again, but is open to doing a Hindi film, saying, "Obviously, I need to learn how to sing and dance." Sitting next to him, Priyanka jumped to his defense, saying that singing wasn't a requirement for breaking into Bollywood, but having a little rhythm might help. Based on that, I don't see why Sam can't take a stab at working in the vibrant world of Bollywood. And that's the thing about Sam. Even though Love Again turned out to be a disaster, earning a measly $2.4 million, he always gives a 100% effort no matter what role he plays. One critic even called the film a fake rom-com, painfully unfunny, boring, and outdated. So the chemistry between Sam and Priyanka is the only thing that kept it all together. And that's the reason why Sam's considering a move to Bollywood. But could another reason be his lack of hits since Outlander? Have you seen SAS Red Notice yet? Or Bloodshot? When the Starlight Ends? Or The Spy Who Dumped Me? Trust me, I could go on. And if you have seen those movies, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm sorry to say, but that's 6 hours of your life you'll never get back. I mean, you can't put all the blame on a single actor for a movie going sideways, but so far, Sam's batting average isn't good. So could this be the reason he might go to Bollywood? Honestly, it's hard to tell. But what I can see is the kind of impact moving to Bollywood will have on his career. Did you know that Will Smith was in a Bollywood film? It was called Student of the Year 2, and it was only a cameo, but still. He even danced full Bollywood style. I know, it sounds awesome. But not everyone thought so. It received mixed reactions, with some viewers thinking it was this really cool and unique crossover, but others felt it was forced, and nothing more than a marketing ploy to create a buzz around the film. Did it kill his career though? Not a chance. He came back to Hollywood and cranked out hit after hit. Some might say it's because Will's levels ahead of Sam. Plus, it was only a little cameo, and they wouldn't be wrong. But what about Richard Gere? You might know him from Pretty Woman, Chicago, or Primal Fear, and those movies really gave a boost to his career. But when he tried his luck in Bollywood, it took his career to new heights. Unlike Will's cameo, Gere played much more significant roles in multiple Bollywood movies, like Dance Like a Man, or even better, his role in Kalo Naho, alongside India's biggest star, Shah Rukh Khan. I don't know if you've heard of Shah Rukh Khan, but trust me, being in the same movie as that man is a big deal. And even though Richard's work in Bollywood isn't what made him famous, it definitely helped him gain recognition among India's huge population and opened doors for further opportunities there as well. He returned to Hollywood the next year with a bang. And the first movie he did when he got back was Shall We Dance, with his co-star Jennifer Lopez, and it was a smashing success. Are you noticing a pattern here yet? But the truth is, not everyone's cut out for that Bollywood rhythm. Remember the time Sylvester Stallone and Denise Richards starred in the same Bollywood movie? It was called Comeback Tish, and sure, Stallone's presence generated a lot of buzz for the flick, but in the end, it was a disappointment. It didn't hurt Sly or Denise's careers though. They both came back to Hollywood and made several hit movies. So if Sam does end up moving to Bollywood, whatever happens, it won't put an end to his career. And it won't stop him from coming back to Hollywood and picking up where he left off. All I know for sure is he wants to remain relevant. Now that Outlander's coming to an end, Sam can either try out his luck in Bollywood or stay where he's at and run the risk of becoming the next Nicolas Cage or Brendan Fraser. Back in the day, Cage was a megastar, playing in movies like National Treasure, Vampire's Kiss, Wild at Heart, Ghost Rider, and how can we forget, Gone in 60 Seconds, and his lovely Eleanor? The list of movies he starred in goes on and on, but thanks to some financial troubles and poor movie choices, Cage disappeared from the mainstream for over a decade. Poof! Vanished into thin air. He was reduced to internet memes, but his comeback story's one for the books. And since his return, he's played several roles, and it's clear that Nick Cage is back. A similar case is Brendan Fraser, but the difference is that Fraser was never as popular as Nick. And now that I think about it, he's more like Heughan in many ways than Cage. After making a name for himself with just a few films like George of the Jungle and the Mummy trilogy, Brendan started struggling with his health, requiring surgeries and everything, so he couldn't perform in demanding action roles like he used to anymore. For a decade, his movies were so bad that he disappeared from Hollywood, and nobody knew if he was even acting anymore. But little did they know, Brendan wasn't gonna give up that easily. And with barely anyone noticing, he managed to land a role that brought him right back into the spotlight. Of course, I'm talking about The Whale. And did you know that he's also in Martin Scorsese's Killer of the Flower Moon? The moral of the story is that anyone can have a dry spell in Hollywood, but the key is to never give up. I can't wait to see what's in store for Nick and Brendan. And I'm super stoked to see where Sam takes his career, because the guy has some serious acting chops, and he's capable of so much more than just playing Jamie. So there you have it. From a fear of no longer being relevant, to not wanting to be typecast. That's why Sam Heughan wants to be in Bollywood.